Welcome back to the channel, guys. 2010, I want to say, uh, Caravan, Dodge Grand Caravan. I don't know. It doesn't matter, guys. It will not start, and my job is simply to find out why. Now, when I came up to it, none of this worked as far as remotes or anything like that. Ooh, that's an indication that the battery is dead. But ooh, that sounds like a nice, healthy horn. I don't know, guys. Let's stop talking about it and be about it. Let's see what we got. Uh-oh. I heard a click. Hold on. Let me let the bell go away. Now. Ooh, a click, guys. Ooh, I'm getting nothing but a click. Oh, at 199,000 miles, who would like to wager a bet that maybe the starters? Now, be careful in doing that, guys, because the number one, we got to go to the heart and soul of the electrical system. Anytime you're doing anything electrical, you got to go toward the heart and soul of the electrical system, which is the battery. Without the battery, nothing else matters. All right. Without voltage at the battery, nothing else matters. Without proper connections at the battery, nothing else matters. So all of that play a major role in. You need to check that before you check anything else. Nowadays, on any car, on any problem, I'm talking, when I say any problem, I'm talking transmission, engines, body, anything. It all boils back down to how well your battery is performing. Okay, the electrical system, because everything is pretty much electronically driven. We have the electronically controlled transmission, in most cases the engine. All right, guys, so I don't know. Let's go under the hood and see if anything. I don't know, man. Ain't one thing, it's another one. But this is what I chose to do for a living, and quite frankly, I enjoy it. I mean, it has its perks, you know what I'm saying? So, trying to figure out what's wrong with a car. Hey, look. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. That's a nice looking battery, AAA, but guys, look at this flimsy. Oh, come on, man. Oh, my goodness. It's just flimsy. It's not that it's poor connection. That's on tight. Oh, my goodness. Now, did they replace that thinking that's going to, I don't know. They might have put that on thinking that's going to, I don't know if this thing seized or not. It could be locked up. Let me see if there's any oil in here. Okay, got a swallow oil on the end of the stick. Alright, guys, before I do anything, I want to make sure this engine ain't seized. So I'm going to have to find a way to get to that crank bolt and turn it. Okay, I just want to make sure if the engine's not seized, then yeah, we can start looking at things like the starter. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to bring a jump box out here and put 12 volts directly on this. And if it starts, I know the process of elimination, guys. But main thing, nothing else matters if my engine is locked up. Okay, and that's the way it sounds. Anytime you got a starter just clicking, you could very well have a seized up engine. So, y'all hold tight. Let me go grab a breaker bar and my jump box because I want to do this. All right, stay tuned. Alrighty, guys. I got my jump box on here. And I tried to send 12 volts directly. Y'all see I have my connections directly to the, essentially bypassing the battery, but you can't really bypass if it's hooked up. Now, you still should, I mean, these are not like terrible to the point where it will stop you from starting, okay? Or they wouldn't sell them at all, right? Right, so I'm not badging it from that standpoint. I'm just saying if you're gonna use them, I highly recommend OEM, all right? So, and I went to start and I'm still getting the same click, all right? So that leads me to this. Yes, breaker bar, guys. We're gonna, first, before we condemn the starter, we're gonna verify that the engine is not seized up. Now I got the little cover removed. That is a 1516 head. So all we're doing, guys, is just trying to turn the engine. All right. Yes. Alrighty, guys. Based off that, the engine is not seized up. All right, so hear me out for a second. I'm going to assume the starter solenoid is the problem. The only problem with that assumption is you can't just get a solenoid by itself. When you get a starter, the starters nowadays are sold as an assembly, meaning the solenoid is attached to the starter. So in essence, I need a starter. All right. The plunger that pulls out, or the solenoid that pulls out the plunger that grabs the flywheel or flex plate and turn it, yeah, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. So guys, we in essence need, now I didn't physically check for power supply at the solenoid, but I'm getting a click. Okay, that click comes from the starter relay, likely pin 87. Y'all know how a starter relay work, right? The coils collapse and 12 volts from pin 30 go to pin 87, which in turn go to the starter solenoid, which is supposed to spin the engine over. Okay, I'm getting that signal based off that click. Okay, if I wasn't getting that click, yes, I would pull the solenoid wire off and make sure I'm getting 12 volts to it. But I'm getting that click, so that tells me that the circuit is complete. It's just that the hardware is not doing what it's supposed to do. So basically, in a nutshell, guys, we need a starter. As the YouTube community would say, the starter is bad. Yes. All right. Now, I have no way of checking charging system until I get it running, guys. Look, that alternator do not look good at all, right? But I have no way to check its performance. Right. It could very well need an alternator. Now, somebody already put a battery on it. I'm going to recommend a new cable, an OEM cable, but yeah, I'm going to have to say start here. Put a starter on it, then start here. If the alternator's charging, then I will need an alternator. But some customers want to know everything up front, and unfortunately, I would be gambling if I just say, you need a starter and an alternator. I can see your battery is good because it's new. Yeah, that's gambling with people's money. Everybody may not have money like that. And this alternator do not look good at all. So I'm going to give the customer the option, guys. And that's what I highly suggest you guys do. Don't get yourself in a bind. And you also don't want to just recklessly waste people's money. What if I say you need an alternator and a starter, they buy it. I put the starter on, fire it up, it's charging, it's doing its thing. It's just this alternator is just ugly, but it's working. Yes, that would be a waste, right? So I wouldn't want my money wasted, and I don't want to waste my customers' money. So that's where we at on this car, guys. If they buy it, it's no big deal. In fact, I have a video out already on how to replace starter. I just link it in the description. So we'll just call this a diagnostic video. All right, that's all I have, guys. Thanks for watching.